I have a friend, a gentleman here, who began his journey at 245 pounds. He started taking better care of himself. He's lost 55 pounds, but I'd love him to tell you his story. Thank you. You know, for over 30 years, I've been traveling around the United States teaching classes, all different kinds of classes. I've taught classes about nutrition, how people should eat better. I've taught classes to people about their self-esteem, classes about exercise, classes about motivation. And with all the millions of emails and letters that I have written and talked to people, all the cities and countries I've been to exercising, so many people just haven't been able to lose the weight, to keep it off, to believe in themselves, and to go further and get their goals and dreams. And after all these 30 years, I think I figured out why. People don't love themselves. If you don't love you, you have no self-worth. If you don't love you, you're not going to get up early in the morning and exercise. You're not going to do all the things that someone should do to take great care of themselves if you don't love you. Loving you is the most important thing in the world. And for a long time, I didn't love me. And I was the first to put me down. There are 6 steps that you must climb. And you know what? I climbed them. I took it slow. I climbed them. I learned about them. And I got to the top. And today, after this show, you will go to the top with me, and you will not believe the amazing view. The first step that you must climb, and everyone must climb it, is this one. Think positive. Getting up in the morning and being happy and thinking good thoughts. In the daytime, being positive about what you're doing, being positive about your life. Now, I have a friend named Dana Miller. Dana was very negative. She ate her way up to 230 pounds. And then one day, she began to think positive. Dana Miller has now lost 110 pounds and has kept the weight off by thinking positive for 3 years. Please welcome Dana Miller. Come sit down. When you're negative, like you said, everything looks gray and black.
Looks gray and black, and you can't see through that fog. It's like a fog. You can't see through it, can't see around it, can't see under it, and so it's a wall, and it just cuts you off from everything.
But can you believe you're sitting here now? You were 230 pounds. You've lost 110 pounds. How did you really turn it all around? I mean, a lot of people are saying, how? I feel just like you, Dana. How do I turn my negativity around?
You have to take it a little degree at a time, but you have to be willing to take that time and turn it around and do it step by step. Each step, I think, almost has its own steps. And if you're willing to do that and to follow it and to stick with it, then you feel better, you feel lighter physically and emotionally, and that also spirals and snowballs into something more positive.
What do you think of yourself now?
I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself. I think in the back of my mind, I always knew that I could do it. It was just a matter of when, and the time was right.
Over the years, I've seen you blossom, and I am very honored to know you, Dana Miller.
Thank you. I'm very honored to know you as well, and I love you.
Dana Miller.
Very devastating news coming in. According to a couple of reports that are coming in, we've received information saying that Simmons, fell in the bathroom in his home though it's very unclear if there was any housekeeper, any friend around. The Los Angeles Police Department's elite robbery homicide division responded to his house because this is a high-profile death. They are still actually investigating and do not suspect any foul play. The law enforcement sources say Richard took a fall last night, which may be connected to his passing, and of course the legendary fitness guru passed on at the age of 76, according to what we can learn in this moment in time. Law enforcement, the likes of police and fire, responded to a call from his housekeeper just before 10 a.m. Saturday and pronounced him dead at the scene. Actually, he had looked really healthy. He had an interview with people.com just a few days ago, and it was his birthday just yesterday on 12th July 2024. He had made early on a couple of voice notes over his Facebook and social media, and he looked jovial, in high spirits, and of course he really looked full of energy. We send our deepest condolences to the family, friends, the fans, and everyone who was into Richard Simmons, who followed his works, his fitness works, and of course his greatest impact and purpose. RIP to the legend.